今日呢講講呢 ministry 嘅代志。
Today we'll be talking about our ministries.
呢 film 是 your turn，
And the theme is called Your Turn.
your turn。
Now it's your turn.
你若唔嚟侍奉 ，this is your turn。
If you have never participated in any ministries before, today is your turn.
今日我哋知啊，侍奉上帝有個個真重嘅環節。
And we'll be sharing with you 5 very important principles of ministry.
From the Gospel of John chapter 21。
And it will be taken from this passage found in John 21.
當我實在得救以後，
After I have assured of my salvation,
我有6年嘅時間喺教會侍奉。
I served in the church for 6 years.
我做 usher，
And I was an usher.
做主席，
I was the MC or presider
我
of
要做
worship
領唱，
and even a song leader.
我要做 like group leader，
I've been a life group leader also.
有6年嘅時間。
And throughout those 6 years.
後來我去神學小組召，
And later on, I entered the seminary for further training.
當我畢業以後，
After my graduation,
我哋教會侍奉30年嘅時間，
I served in the church for 30 years.
所以我有36年嘅時間喺上帝教會侍奉。
So I have at least 36 years serving in God's church.
上帝恩典有夠有淡薄經驗，有通及你小狗分享什麼叫做侍奉。
God's grace provided me with experiences that I may share with you what is ministry.
但是有頭一個真重嘅觀念，我需要唔問你永遠放喺你嘅頭嘅裏面。
But there's a very important point that I hope you'll put is in mind.
侍奉是出自上帝恩典，
Serving the Lord is from His grace.
請你記住 ，this is a grace from God。
This is the grace from God.
有時候有一個唔同嘅觀念，
Sometimes we have this wrong notion.
我是義務嚟教會做工，
Because I'm serving in the church voluntarily,
我唔是讀聖經，
I'm not receiving any salary.
我若冇不嚟做工，
If I will not come and work,
是教會嘅損失。
it will be the loss of a church.
No，
That's not the way.
這係第一道嘅錯誤。
It's the very big mistake.
無侍奉是你嘅損失，唔是教會嘅損失。
If you will not serve, it is your own personal loss and not the church.
你現在可能會明白，
Maybe you cannot understand it now,
我保證，
but I can guarantee
將你面對你嘅創造者嘅時陣，
one day when you will meet your Creator,
你就講 Amen Amen Amen。
and then you'll agree with what I've said.
保羅喺及羅馬嘅教會講一句話，
Apostle Paul mentioned this to the church in Rome.
你講兄弟啊，我用上帝嘅慈悲嚟坑你，
Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy,
將你嘅身軀獻召當作活祭。
to offer your bodies as living sacrifice.
In the views of God's mercy，
用上帝慈悲肯定。
是上帝憐憫，
It is God's mercy
好當將家己獻給上帝嚟侍奉上帝。
that we may dedicate ourselves and serve God.
世間哥林篇第4到第1節，
In 2 Corinthians 4 verse 1,
保羅及哥林多嘅教會講上一句話。
in the same manner, Paul told the church at Corinth,
我用上帝憐憫，好我得到這個職分，所以我未喪膽。
Therefore, since through God's mercy we have this ministry, we do not lose heart.
侍奉上帝嘅人，想明白上也對我嘅代志。
Those who serve the Lord need to understand this very important
咱有
point.
通侍奉上帝，
The way how we serve God
是上帝 mercy。
is because of God's mercy.
上帝有千千萬萬嘅天使，
God has thousands upon thousands of angels,
上帝冇必用天使嚟侍
and
奉，
yet God has not chosen angels to serve.
唔是人比天使更加有才幹，
It's not because humans are more talented or gifted than
是
angels,
上帝關於及人，好你一個機會嚟侍奉伊。
but God wanted to provide humans with an opportunity to serve Him.
這度侍奉，
And through service,
人就明白我存在意義加特別的咯。
humans may come to understand the meaning of His existence.
當上帝創造人嘅時陣，
After God created
你
humans,
及亞當講一句話。
He told Adam,
你就修理、誇修這個所在，
you look after or care for this place.
這是亞當嘅侍奉，
That's Adam's ministry,
這是亞當嘅工作，
and it was his work.
這是亞當嘅責任。
It's his responsibility.
人若無工作，若無侍奉，若無責任，
If a man will not have any responsibility, nor work, nor service,
人就無這個 achievement。
then he will not have a sense of achievement.
所以教會
Dear church,
retire 嘅時陣
when you retire,
10 years before to prepare well，
you need to prepare well 10 years prior.
retire 以後，
After your
無
retirement,
做頭無不做，
you should not stop doing anything
你早就卡進死去。
because you will die earlier.
因為你找無到存在原因。
For you will lose your reason for
侍
existence.
奉上帝嘅人
Those who serve God
需要明白這樣也對我嘅代志。
should understand something very
This is the
important.
merciful of God, mercy of God.
And you serve because of God's mercy.
Exodus 8:20，
In Exodus chapter 8, verse
這是
20,
上帝接到摩西將猶太人逃出埃及，
when God led the Israelites out of Egypt,
上帝叫摩西及法老講一句話。
and God commanded Moses to tell this to King Pharaoh.
耶和華安尼講，好我嘅百姓記好學習我。
This is what the Lord says, let my people go so that they may worship or serve me.
Worship 就是 serve。
Worship is serve.
猶太人救出埃及嘅原因 ，they can serve God。
The reason why the Israelites were saved from Egypt was for them to serve God.
Egypt 就是世界，
Egypt represented the world,
上帝將咱哋世界救出嚟。
and God has redeemed us out from the world.
Why？
Why?
為到好侍奉上帝，
So that we may serve our God.
所以叫做幫襯
And the
咱
Lord help us.
教會。
Dear church,
你存在嘅原因，你有好嘅侍奉你嘅上帝。
the reason for our existence is that we may serve our God.
今日你from這個 John chapter 21，
And from today's passage found in John
咱發
21,
現個嘅侍奉上帝嘅原則
we。discover 5 different principles in ministry.
Number one，
The first one,
你記得
we remember
靠主比靠你嘅才幹更加重要。
rely on God more than on talent.
一個討厭第2章194節，
In Gospel of John, chapter 1, to chapter 14,
你冇時間教你讀verse 1 to 14，
verses 1 to 14, though we do not have time to read,
講到有7個門徒去掠魚，
it mentioned about these 7 disciples out to fish.
彼得大聲起嚟講話，
Peter was the first one to speak.
我要掠魚去咯。
He said, I'll go fishing.
結果其他人講，我帶你去。
And the others agreed to follow him.
這個時候耶穌已經死嚟復活以後咯。
During that time, Jesus was resurrected from the dead.
耶穌不及門徒顯現，
And Jesus has already appeared to his disciples.
但係耶穌冇及門徒永遠殺急追一個。
But during that time, Jesus did not remain with his disciples.
3年前
3 years
門徒
prior,
所食嘅、
whatever the disciples ate,
所需要嘅，
whatever they needed,
攏總是耶穌供給。
were provided all by Jesus.
現在耶穌冇嚟食咯，
Now that Jesus is no longer with
食
them,
什麼啊？
what will they eat?
就靠家己咯。
They need to rely on
門
themselves.
徒是獵奇人，
Being fishermen by profession,
現在講我去獵奇咯，
they have agreed to return back fishing,
意思講我要重操舊業啊，
which means that they will go back to their old profession.
唔應該傳道咯，
They will stop preaching.
去獵奇咯。
They will go fishing.
見到另個人講 We follow you，
And in the end, the rest of the disciples agreed to follow Peter.
請你記得，
Remember that
這啲係是 professional fishermen，
all these 7 disciples were professional
但
fishermen.
係見奇妙，
But amazingly,
迄暗獵無波咩魚，
that evening they caught no fish.
7個獵奇人，
Imagine just 7 fishermen,
見咩都獵無，
not a single fish.
奇怪，
You'll be surprised.
更加奇妙。
More amazing
因為
is
天更嘅時陣，
when the daybreak,
耶穌嚟咯，
Jesus appeared
耶穌講將這個 net 放啲揸平，
and Jesus asked the disciples to cast their net to the right side.
獵了153個大魚 big fish，big
And it resulted to 153 big fishes being caught.
fish，
And these are big in size.
冇一條是水魚，
Not a single one was small.
真奇妙嘅唔是？
Don't you find this surprising?
值得好難明白這個也重要頭這個 principle。
It led us to understand the very important first
這
principle.
個侍奉上帝嘅人
A person who serves God
是靠主比靠家嘅才幹更加重要。
should rely more on God than on his own abilities.
我唔是講人嘅才幹冇重要
I'm not saying that man's abilities are not important.
，yes，
Yeah.
人嘅才幹更重要。
Man's abilities are important.
真在例證，
Many years
我
ago,
講我咁我鄧更講，
I told co-workers in our
我
church,
講要佢哋大家人有30
I required that each one of them will possess these 3
今年我
C's.
加一個 C，
This year, I've added another C.
你叫做 4C，character、
Now we have these 4 C's. 連結、
competence、
才幹、
chemistry、
人及人嘅關係
culture，
及文化。
這4個 C
And these 4 C's
都真重要。
are very important.
咁我最近嘅人，
Those who work with me,
你若冇這4個 C，
without these 4 C's,
我係吞論你，
I will persevere, I will be patient.
After 1 year，
A year later,
你若講無這四個事，
if you will not have these 4
我
C's,
講吞論你。
I will continue to
第
persevere.
3年，
On the 3rd year,
你若講無這四個事，
if you will not have any one of these C's,
未必你應該基本嚟所在最講啦啦。
maybe it's time for you to go to find another place.
我唔會應你啦啦，
I will not work with you.
因為你若無這四個事，
Without these 4 C's,
你就做嗰個當緊嘅困難。
you will become a source of trouble for our co-workers.
教會唔會進步，因為你嘅原因。
The church cannot grow because of you.
這個 competent
The first C, which is
是
character,
第二個 C，
the second C is
所以重要，
it's very important.
唔是冇重要。
Not that they are not
但是
important. However,
靠主比你靠你家嘅時間更加重要，
you need to rely on God more than rely on your
因為咱是
abilities.
侍奉上帝，
For we are people who serve
這
God.
個工作咱做唔嚟。
Without that, this work will never be
正像
accomplished. Just
Moses，
like Moses,
佢見 Pharaoh，
when he went to see Pharaoh,
你講 Who am I？
he asked himself, who am I?
我不做去見 Pharaoh 啊，
How can I go see
我做
Pharaoh?
唔嚟啊
I。cannot do it.
所以你講 No problem，I
And God reassured him.
will be with you。
And go back up the dong zai.
當上帝嘅人設計出隻當工嘅時陣，
When God worked with men,
冇這樣大事未成功，
nothing will be impossible.
所以叫主幫襯咱。
May God help us
你哋有話過上帝，
as we learn how to rely and trust
真
in God,
上帝呢個恩賜嚟侍奉上帝。
so that we make use of God's given abilities to serve Him.
Dr. Morrison
Dr. Robert
是
Morrison
頭一個東正教嚟中國最宣教士嘅人。
was the first missionary to mainland China.
當佢借準到mainland China嘅時陣，
On the way there, on the steamship,
即個準嘅 captain 甲佢講
the
話，
captain of the vessel came to talk to
你知
him.
啊 Dr. Morrison 喺去 China 做
He
missionary，
found out that Dr. Morrison wanted to go to China as a
你
missionary.
佢講一句話，
And he told Dr.
你
Morrison,
講 young man，
he says, young man,
你知啊不？
do you know
你愛靠着你去改變這個過千年文化，這個國家嘅中國吧？
you want to rely on your own abilities to change this 5,000-year-old culture of China?
這個係人哦，
That kind of people,
講迷信，
the Chinese are superstitious.
講冇文化，
They do not have any
講
culture
鈍頭殼。
and they're so stubborn.
How can you change them？
How do you change them?
Dr. Morrison 講咗一句話，
Dr. Morrison replied,
我無法，
I cannot,
但我上帝有法
but。my God can.
I can but my God can。
我無法，我係上帝有法。
叫主幫襯你，
The Lord help us.
你講記你自己頭殼嘅裏面，
As we commit this to our memory,
你無法，
you cannot,
但係上帝有法。
but God can.
當門徒掠去以後，
And after the disciples caught their fishes,
有人耶穌已經備辦了餅及魚，
and they found Jesus prepared breakfast or bread and fish,
但係耶穌有一個要求，
and Jesus made this request,
挑幾咩起來，
give me few fishes.
這是神靈合作嘅意思。
It means that God and man working together.
上帝喺看重咱嘅工作，
God will look at our work,
但是唔是咱家己嘅工作。
but not our own personal
所以你
work.
記得，
Remember that.
侍奉上帝唔是你嘅工作，
If you serve God, it's not your work.
是上帝嘅人合作嘅結果。
It's the result of God working with man.
你話話講上帝比話講家己更加重要。
As we trust and rely on God more than we rely on ourselves.
無論你咁樣家己落搞可落搞，
No matter how good you feel you may be,
只要你家己在間你無效侍奉上帝，
based on your abilities, you cannot serve God.
因為這是屬靈嘅工作。
For this is the ministry of the spiritual realm.
Number two，
Secondly,
聽主比侍奉更加重要。
love God more than the ministry that you do.
第六一章第10個97節，
In chapter 21, verses 15 to 17,
耶穌三百問彼得上一個問題：
for 3 different occasions, Jesus asked Peter the same question.
你有聽過不？
Do you love me?
你有聽過不？
Do you love me?
你有聽過不？
And the third time, do you love me?
彼得三百講：Lord，you know I love you。
And 3 times, 主啊，你知影我聽你。
就將責任交予伊。
As Jesus entrusted their responsibility to
頭
him.
一擺，
First time,
你賜我水隻油；
he asked Peter to feed my lamb.
第二擺，
And the second
你
time,
掛我油；
he asked Peter to take care of my
第
sheep.
三擺，
Third
你
time,
賜我嘅道油。
feed my sheep.
三擺問彼得一個問題，
For 3 occasions, he asked Peter the
三
same
擺
question.
將工作交予伊。
And on 3 different occasions, Jesus entrusted to Peter the work.
但你注意，
Pay attention.
耶穌第三問伊：你有聽過無？
Jesus first asked Peter, do you love me?
耶穌唔是第三問伊：你要侍奉無？
He did not ask Peter, "Do you want to serve?"
No.
That was not
你
the
若
case.
無聽我，你唔通嚟侍奉。
If you do not love me, then you don't need to serve.
也最人侍奉唔是為咗聽主，
Many people, they serve not because of their love
為
for the
咗別嘅
Lord,
原因。
but for other reasons.
你敢有可能？
Is that possible?
你教會最教唔是聽上帝
Is it possible for you to serve in the church and yet you do not love God?
？Yes。
See,
啟示錄第2節第3章
in the book of Revelation, chapter 3,
2 and 3，
2 and 3.
耶穌叫約翰寫7條背後7間教會。
And when Jesus asked John to write 7 letters to 7 different churches,
頭一個教會就以弗所嘅教會，
the first church he wrote to was the church at Ephesus.
這個教會是真最要點嘅教會。
And this is a church with so many good traits.
Number 1，
First,
冇有行為
they had all the good deeds.
；Number 2，
Second,
真有勞碌；
they are hardworking.
第3有吞論；
Third, they had patience and
第
perseverance.
4無容忍歹人，
And they could not tolerate wicked men.
因為這間教會有上帝公義存在。
Because this church has the righteousness of God in them.
第個，
Fifth,
這間教會有試驗一款真假嘅使徒，
and this church knows how to discern between true and false apostles.
因為有屬靈嘅分辨力。
For they possess spiritual discernment.
第六，
Six,
這間教會為咗勞苦未亞線，
they endured hardships for the Lord's name.
因為這個教會有真恩勤。
For this church is so diligent.
第七，
Seventh,
這間教會分離割裂一黨嘅人，
this church hated the practices of Nicolaitans.
恨主所恨。
They hate what the Lord hates.
很好嘅教會，
Such a good church.
但係上帝忽然間講一句話：
And yet suddenly God said,
有一樣代志我要責備你。
"There's one thing that I have against you."
條原文是有一樣代志我要敵擋你。
In the original context, there's something which I am against you.
什麼代志？
And what is this?
你失去起初嘅聽。
You have lost your first love.
正教會侍奉上帝，竟然失去起頭嘅聽心，聽無起啊！
For a church such as this church, they have served the Lord and yet they lost the first love.
Let me give you a very simple illustration.
Allow me to share with you a simple
你
illustration.
馬將有一日，
Imagine one day
你嘅丈夫最近做夜晚到嚟，
your husband came home late from work.
呀，你也是夜線咯，
That time you're already so
你已經
exhausted
俾愛困咯。
and you're so sleepy.
你 husband 同你講，
And your husband told you,
我有咯，
"I'm so hungry.
我未食啊，
I have not taken any
你
meal.
煮一個麵我食。
Please cook me some noodles."
Imagine，
Just imagine
你出嚟冇工人
You don't have any helpers at home.
，you are the one to cook，OK？
This is a bit easy.
你係同我講，你煮一個麵我食，
And your husband requested for a noodle.
你俾佢煮喎，
Will you cook that?
你冇愛啊，
Even if you don't like to,
你愛困啊。
you want to sleep?
但係你講哦，聖經講 submit to your husband。
Reluctantly, you remembered what the Bible said to
啊，
submit
識嘅
to
識嘅
your
識
husband.
嘅。
And you grudgingly said yes.
但係主啊真無歡喜，
But you cooked that dish unhappily.
佢嘅 kitchen 噔浪中派去咯。
And you bang around the utensils in the kitchen.
煮了以後，
And after you cook the dish,
食啦，
and you just offer it to your husband,
你走咯。
and you leave.
請問
May I ask,
你嘅丈夫食咗碗咩餸，伊會歡喜未
when your husband enjoyed that bowl of noodle, will he be happy or
？No，
not?
因為這個味冇聽喺裡面，
Because there's no love in that bowl of
真
noodle.
勉強。
It was reluctantly or grudgingly
嗱，
made.
事關我是未食啦啦，
If I'm the husband, I will not eat
因為冇聽喺裡面。
because it was not cooked with love.
你知我係厝嚟，
You know, in the Chung family,
我常常每日就醬俾包喺我嘅聖島喺裡面。
I always buy a lot of food and put it in the fridge.
For what？
With me.
有時我見到卡話到嚟，
Sometimes the kids would come home late
有時未食，
and they have not taken any
我
meal.
問你，
I will ask them,
你係爸爸準備夠你食噃？
"Do you want your dad to cook something for
你
you?"
若 say yes，
If they say yes,
我就隨機備辦，
I will prepare
我就煮好食嘅，
and I will cook a good dish.
真甘心去煮，
I willingly cook for them.
等佢食啦，食嘅時陣，
And when the time that they're eating,
我問你好食噃？
I will ask them, "Is it
你
tasty?"
講 good，
And they will agree.
我也歡喜，
I'm so happy
因為這個食物裡面有我係聽，
because I cooked this food or this dish with my love.
伊也是也歡喜，
In the same way, the children will be so
因為
happy
食順，你就立嘅聽伊。
because they know that their father loved them when
教
they
會
eat. Dear
當咱
church,
侍奉上帝嘅時陣，
when we serve God,
你是有聽是無聽？
do you have love or not.
其實真簡單嘅啦，
It's very simple.
看你嘅面就知啦啦。
Look at a person's face, then
有
you'll
人侍奉
know.
上帝嘅時陣，
Some people, when they serve
充
God,
滿到喜樂，
they're filled with joy,
伊嘅面叫做 watermelon，
and their facial expressions
真
look
快
like
意。
watermelon, so
我嘅教
happy.
會，我哋當間有人是安尼。
And some co-workers in our church, they are like that.
你記得，咱特別一個 construction 這個 set for 有一個路嘅叫做 Kim 去 report。
You know, whenever we see the updates of the construction video, there's a young lady whose name is Kim.
伊嘅 Kim 嘅面常常就是安尼，
And that's the way how Kim smiled at us.
伊唔是啲 video 裏面是安尼咁嘅面，
She does not just smile at you when she's doing the video,
伊平時就是安尼。
but on the normal day,
於是乎充滿到喜樂，
her ministry, her service is filled with
因為伊
joy
裏面有聽。
because she has love.
有人多相反，
Other people behave
伊嘅
on
面
the
唔是
opposite.
watermelon 嘅面，
They do not have the watermelon
伊是
face,
亞伯拉伊嘅面，
bitter gold,
伊是真可面，
and it's a bitter gold.
充滿到賣運，
Their facial expressions filled
充
with
滿到憂
complaint,
愁，
filled with sadness.
總是講真排罪，真排罪，真排罪，
Often you'll hear them complaining it's so difficult to do,
因為侍奉裏面無聽。
for they do not have love in what they do.
當一個人沒有聽嘅時陣，
When a person who does not know how to love,
伊嘅工作真辛苦。
then that person will find the work so grudging and difficult.
我常常聽到人講一句話，
Oftentimes I hear such
最
comments.
一高就是講 burn out 去了，burn out 去了。
I work until a point that I burn out.
我侍奉上帝30年啦，
I've been serving God for the last 30 years.
我唔不 burn out 的，
I've never experienced burnout.
我唔知今日也最人真容易 burn out。
I wonder why so many got burned out easily.
你若知影侍奉是個 privilege，
If you realize that serving is a privilege,
你有一個 eagerness，一個渴慕嘅心來侍奉上
then
帝。
you will have this eagerness, this longing to
什
serve
麼叫做
God.
burn out？
What is burnout?
你知我最近
You know, when I work,
我是無花時間，
I do not look at the time,
我係點正什麼時候嚟教會，
the time that I will come to the church.
可能你未相信，
You may not believe this.
現在教話嚟啦，
Lately, I've been coming a little bit late
因為教老啦啦，
because I'm older in age.
唔是啦，因為我冇去教會，
Not that because I do not reside in the parsonage in the church.
因為我是6點半喺禮拜 office 嚟啦，
In the past, I would be in the office by 6:30
我6點半到7點半是我靈少讀聖經嘅時陣，
because between 6:30 to 7:30 is my quiet time.
7點半是我最近嘅點正，
I begin my work 7:30.
現在家行咯，
Now that I live further,
加上7點半喺禮拜等啦啦，
I often would be here around 7:30
我唔係講乜什麼叫做 burn out，
because I do not feel it's a burnout.
我只講係 privilege。
I considered it my privilege.
How about you？
How about you?
叫做幫襯你，
May the Lord help you.
你若好聽主，
If you will love God,
時間唔是一個等待，
then your ministries will not be a burden,
是一個機會。
but an opportunity.
第三，
Third,
聽人比時間更加重要。
love people more than the work.
請你注意，
Pay
主要
attention.
說三班問彼得，
On 3 different occasions, Jesus asked
你
Peter,
有聽過不
Do you love me?
？Yes。
And the answer was affirmative.
三班將責任交給伊，
And on 3 different occasions, this responsibility was given to Peter.
你注意什麼責任？
Pay attention to what type of
飼
responsibility.
瓜要，
Feed my lamb.
牧歌要瓜要，
Take care of my sheep.
飼瓜要，
Feed my lamb.
要就是咱最近嘅對象，
Lamb is the object of our ministry.
這個代表人。
It represents human beings.
咱喺教會裏面，
In the church,
咱就侍奉人嚟侍奉，即係侍奉人嚟侍奉上帝。
we serve God through serving men.
上帝嘅彼得講：
When God told Peter,
你去講道
Go and preach.
，no，
No, it was
你
not
去
like
領
that.
唱
Did God ask Peter to do a song leading?
，no，
No.
你去管理教會
Or to govern or rule the church?
，no，
No.
為什麼？
Why?
因為這是工作。
Because these are all considered as
有
work.
人真愛講道，
Some people, they love to
你
talk.
是愛講道去講道，
They preach because they love
唔
talking
是為咗下卡人嚟講道。
and not for the sake of his listeners.
我哋顯出佢真有口才，
In order to show others he is an eloquent
有人愛
preacher.
唱歌，
While others, they love to lead songs
我顯出佢真好嘅聲音。
to show off their good vocal
有人愛
voice.
管理，
Others like to rule.
愛顯出有 leadership，
So they want to show others they have good
但
leadership.
係唔是安尼，
But it should not be the
教會
way.
唔是安尼，
The church should not be like
但
that.
是咪聽人嚟侍奉上帝
We，need to serve God because we love men.
佢哋姊妹，
Dear brothers
每
and
一個
sisters,
工作
behind every
都是
ministry,
為咗人去做，
it's for people.
這叫做 people oriented。
That's why the ministry should be people-oriented.
教會一個真特別嘅所在，
The church is very unique and
真
special.
特別嘅組織 organisation。
It's a very special organization.
其實教會真嚟講唔是一個 organisation，唔是一個
But
organisation。
in reality, the church should not be considered as an organization.
雖然咱有 organisation，
Even though if we organize things,
教會一個 organic 有生命嘅 organisation。
the church is an organic, life-possessing
你注
organization.
意
Pay attention.
，organisation 第一大特點就是 organic organisation。
The greatest enemy of an organization is organic
Let
organization.
me explain to you，
Let me explain.
什麼叫做 organisation？
What does it mean? What is organization?
當一個所在慢慢人較多嘅時陣，
When a person, when a place is gradually filled with people,
咱想 organize 起來，
then you need to organize that
因為
place.
你若冇 organize 起來，
Without organizing it,
錢係亂，
it will be chaos
因為人真亂，
because humans tend to be chaotic.
人真小心特，
Because humans are
愛
self-centered.
追什麼就追什麼。
They will do whatever they want to
所以你
do.
若冇 organisation，
Without
冇
organization,
rule and regulation，
there's no rules and
界
regulations.
事係亂。
Then it will be chaotic.
所以教會應該有管理，
That's why there should be a sense of organization in
但是
church. However,
當中嘅 rule and regulation 是死嘅物件，
rules and regulations tend to be rigid.
冇
and
生命喺裡面。
There's no life in it.
但係教會真特別，
But the church is so special.
教會是基督耶穌嘅身軀，
The church is the body of Christ
即
Jesus.
個身軀有生命喺裡面，
And the body has life.
所以是 organic。
That's why it's an organic being.
organisation 第一件物件就是 organic 嘅物件。
Organization dreaded organic things.
You know why？
Why?
因為真簡單啊！
Very simple.
你若 set 到真做 rule and regulation，
Once the rules and regulations are set,
冇人當 challenge。
no one can challenge them.
你若唔對
If you did wrong,
，open
then
book，
you will always go back and refer to the booklet
按你寫1 2 3 4 5。
and look at what was indicated.
Sorry，
And then you'll say sorry
因為是死嘅，
because it's dead and rigid.
但是人是活嘅，
Human beings are living objects.
生命是真亂嘅啦，
If you have life, then you
Messy.
tend to be messy.
真亂嘅啦。
It's messy.
所以 organisation 物件真嘅 organic 嘅物件入去，
And that's the reason why organization would fear the entry of organic beings.
你若唔明白，
If you could not understand
你咪
this,
give you example。
let me share with you an example.
1517
In the year 1517,
Martin Luther 喺 reform 佢嘅天主教。
when Martin Luther wanted to change the Catholic Church,
Let me tell you, in the first place, Martin Luther 唔是喺 reform 教會
Martin Luther did not start reforming the church.
，no。
No.
Martin Luther 本身係個神父，
Martin Luther was a monk.
雖然就是做一個真正 devoted 嘅 mom，
He grew up in a devoted Catholic family.
佢看到天主教唔對，
And when he saw the different wrongs of the Catholic
佢
Church,
將90個條嘅唔對，綁喺禮拜等嘅門口，
he wrote his 95 theses and posted them in the church.
而唔是 reform 教會，
Not to reform the church,
而係喺教會改變，
but he wanted to see changes
而
in the
係
church.
改良教會。
He wants to see changes happening in
但
the
係呢
church.
個時陣，
But during that time,
天主教已經是全世界第一大 organisation，
the Catholic Church was already considered the largest organization in the whole
冇
world.
人能改變嘅，
No one can change this
冇人能
organization.
challenge，
No one dare challenge that.
所以冇得失敗。
And that's why Martin Luther failed.
男就上帝保守嘅，
Without God's protection,
已經死去啦。
he could have died.
所以等於明白這樣大事，
After he understood this,
而就係我留的確佢明重新過 reform 起嚟，
he realized that he need to go through a total change.
所以叫做 Protestant 就出嚟咯。
And that's the birth of
所以
Protestantism.
教會
Dear church,
唔當將上帝嘅變成一個死嘅 organisation。
do not turn the house of God into a dead organization.
你知咱大家都知啊，嗱，by God's grace，下年咱 move 呢個先嘅所在。
All of us expect or know that by God's grace, next year we'll be moving into a new
咱
sanctuary.
expect 有真最需要改變嘅所在。
And you will expect a lot of changes to take place.
你就係啲幾個嘅中間
And you know that in the next few months, in the
before
past few months,
咱用咗最時間，
we spent a lot of time
請一個 professional 嘅人，
and we have invited a professional
可能將佢嘅教會系統重新畫起嚟。
to share with us a new system for a church.
但是
But
我提醒我嘅同工
I reminded my co-workers,
，system 是死嘅
systems are
，dead，
rigid,
人是活嘅，
and human beings are alive.
所以神啊 implement 這個比這個 system 更加重要。
The person implementing the system is more important than the human that the system was
當
designed.
教會就咗一個完全嘅100% organisation，
When the church turned to be a 100% organization,
教會就完蛋嘅啦，
then the church will be
Finished,
will be
done.
finished.
這個唔是教會嚟啦。
It's no longer a church.
By God's grace，
And by God's grace,
Pastor Albert C
Pastor Albert C.
接受這個戰鬥嘅挑戰，
has accepted this great challenge.
以前呢，教會將來跟呢 admin 嘅 pastor，
He is our incoming administration pastor.
你將教會嘅貴嘅 system 教喺超嘅中間，
As we entrust to him the entire system of our church,
你好推祈禱，
let us pray for him
好明白將
correctly.
也對我嘅弟子，
And for us to understand something very important.
人永遠比制度更加重要，
Human beings will be far more important than the system.
因為呢侍奉人唔係侍奉 system，
We are serving humans, not system.
推好祈禱。
Let's pray for Pastor
用
Albert.
一個話做一個 conclusion。
As we conclude this portion with this statement,
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care。
人無在乎知影最少，只在乎你關心伊有偌濟。
你羅搞個羅搞，
No matter how good you are,
咁我有什麼關係？
what difference does it make to me?
世界第一有錢嘅人是誰啊？
Do you know who's the richest man in this world?
點解是 Bill Gates？
In the past, it was Bill
呢
Gates.
種知唔知啊？我都唔知咯。You know why 啊？着乜吧？實吧？還是冇呀？你們知講咩講啊？冇呀冇呀
I think so.
？I think so，即係唔知咯。跟住我唔知啊，
How come I do not know?
因為呢嘢只同我冇關係。
Because his wealth has nothing to do
對
with
不
me.？
你有即講有什麼關係啊？
Even if he's so wealthy, what does it got to do with me?
教會，
Dear
呢
church,
是咱嘅家庭，
this is our home.
應該及你有關係。
It has to be related to you.
所以唔係呢個 system 嘅問題，
It's not an issue of the system.
是你 how to implement 呢個 system。
It is how people implement that system.
你是看人嘅重要，還是看 system 嘅重要？
Do you look at people more important than the system?
叫做幫助
May
你。
the Lord help us.
第四，
The fourth,
主嘅榮耀比你嘅生命更加重要。
God's glory should be more important than your life.
呢個21:18-19，
John 21:18 to 19. Very truly I tell you, when you were younger, you dressed yourself and went where you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go. Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death by which Peter would glorify God. Then he said to him, "Follow me."
當彼得接受了主耶穌嘅使命以後，
After Peter accepted Jesus' commission,
牧養我嘅搖款，
which is to feed his sheep,
主同你講一句話：
and the Lord told him that
你將來要做事嚟榮耀我。
one day you will die the death that will glorify me.
你記得主耶穌被每一暗，
And you recall that on the night that he was sold,
彼得3擺 deny Jesus。
Peter denied Jesus 3 times.
Why？
Why?
原因只有一個，
There's only one reason.
驚死啊！
He was afraid of
對不？
dying.
驚死啊！
He feared death.
現在耶穌同你講：
And now that Jesus told him,
你別為我死
"You will die for me,"
，just follow me。
and he was just to follow.
彼得一句話都冇講，
And we saw no response from
Yes.
Peter. Yes,
我要跟隨耶穌，
I will follow him,
甚至死。
even to death.
啲教會嘅傳説互人知啊，
And according to church tradition, we are made known.
彼得你鬧嘅時候，因為信仰和羅馬人掠去，
Peter was captured by the Romans in his old age because of what he believed in.
將彼得定十字架。
And they wanted to put Peter to death.
但係彼得講：我唔會配得，及我主耶穌生死定十字架。
Peter said that I'm not worthy to die the same death as my Lord.
以後佢這樣大字，
And he has made this request
將十字架背到燈，
to turn this cross that he was about to be hung on the upside down manner
夜頭地下，
with the head and the bottom
夜線過嚟頂面。
and the body facing upwards.
彼得唔會驚死，
At that time, Peter was no longer afraid of death.
用死嚟榮耀上帝。
And by his death, Peter glorified God.
教會
Dear church,
有什麼大事比榮耀上帝更加重要？
is there anything more important than glorifying your
你
God?
講你係教會嘅 mission statement，
If you look at the mission statement of our church,
後尾一句話
the last sentence
是 for the glory of God。
為嘅上帝榮耀。
咱做什麼代志，
Whatever you do
都是為榮耀咱嘅上
should
帝。
be to glorify God.
為什麼咱侍奉？
Why do we serve?
為咗顯出上帝嘅榮耀。
So that God's glory may be shown.
教會，
Dear church,
當你侍奉上帝嘅時陣，
when you serve God
人喺你生命嘅中間，
in your life,
人無看到上帝嘅榮耀，
if others cannot see God's glory,
你嘅侍奉已經出問題啦。
then there's a problem with your ministry.
是唔是可能？
Is it possible
你
that
喺呢度人嘅榮耀，唔是上帝嘅榮耀？
you are after man's praises and glory than God's?
保羅喺加拉太書第1章第17提醒咱。
Paul reminded us in the book of Galatians chapter 1 verse 10, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ.
請問，
May I
你
ask,
嘅動機是喺討人嘅歡喜，還是無討人嘅，還是討上帝嘅歡喜？
when you serve out of the motive, is it to please God or to please man?
你知無？
Do you know that?
咱講道嘅人，
People who preach,
佢哋大頂嘅時陣，
whenever they stand in
我
front
都
of me,
明白一句話真正嘅意思喺
I
度咯。
could clearly understand the real meaning of this
特
passage,
別
especially
我最牧養教會嘅人，
as a person who shepherd the church,
喺教會20幾年嘅時間，
a person who has served the church for more than 20
當佢哋大
years.
頂嘅時陣，
Whenever we stand before you,
我就喺你每一個人嘅門對喺度咯。
I know every one of your problems
你無愛什麼，
and things that you dislike
你愛什麼，
and things that you like.
我哋不討你嘅歡喜，
If I really wanted to please you
我哋大頂，
and on stage,
真就係我唔敢講。
there are so many words I will dare not say.
我知啊，
For I know
這
that
個兄弟
this brother,
真貪愛世界。
he loves the world.
我嚟講唔使貪，無追貪愛世界，
If I preach a message, do not love the world,
意思好奇怪。
this brother will be mad at me. I know
這個兄弟
this other
話鳩
brother,
會衰意，
he's a mistress
我
outside.
講唔能錯衰意。
If I preach a message, do not
Ý
commit
講過。
adultery, then he will say that
我
I'm
知啊，
getting
這個兄
personal.
弟
I know another brother.
真成見啦。
He spoiled
Boy.
his children.
我講唔追父母，唔追成見啦。
If I preach that as parents you should
啊，
not
伊
spoil
講牧師
children,
講過，
then this brother will think that I'm getting personal.
啊你我無謂通講咯啊，
Then what word do I have?
啊你講什麼啊？
What message should I
你
preach?
係不討人嘅歡喜，
If you really wanted to please man,
你唔應講道理啦。
then you need not preach.
但是，
But
咱最諗唔通走嘅另外一個 extreme，
we should not go to the other side of the extreme.
無討人歡喜，
If we do not please man,
唔是一個人還嘅。
it doesn't mean that you quarrel with everyone.
你記得一句話，
Remember that.
應該沙子嘅時陣唔追撩，應該撩嘅時陣唔追治。
Do not yield when it comes to matters that must not be relinquished. Do not contend with others over matters that may be relinquished.
也最大志，
Many things
唔追撩，
you cannot compromise
為咗真理嘅原因，
for the sake of truth,
為咗上帝名嘅原
for the
因，
sake of God's
為咗
name,
教會嘅見證，
for the testimony of a church.
呢方面唔追撩，
And such things you should not
其他呢？
compromise. The rest,
冚冚啦。
then it's okay.
作為基督徒，
As Christians,
都學習寬恕撒了，
we should learn how to bear with each other.
唔當佢哋不贏人啦。
Should not always competing and one over the other
你
person.
嗱贏咗什麼意思？
If you win, what does it mean?
贏咗一個人，輸咗一個人
One will be a winner, the other will be a loser.
，right？你咁樣沙子，你贏啦啦。
If you argue or compete, maybe you
你
win,
講對打以後，我冇嚟教會，
and that loser will say, from this day onward, I will not come to
你
church.
是贏就輸。
Then, do you really win or
你
not?
嗱侍奉上帝嘅人，你就輸；
If you are a person who serve God, then you lose.
你嗱侍奉你家嘅，你是贏咯。
However, if you are serving your own, then you might be a winner.
所以叫主幫陣
May
啦。
the Lord help us.
主嘅榮耀比咱嘅工作更加重要，
God's glory is far more important than our work,
甚至咱嘅生命。
even our lives.
The last，
Finally,
啲侍奉嘅中間，
in ministry,
唔會追個人比較。
you are not to compare.
你講21節，
If you read John 21, 20 to 22, Peter turned and saw the disciple whom Jesus loved was following them. This was the one who had leaned back against Jesus at the supper and had said, Lord, who is going to betray you? When Peter saw him, he asked, Lord, what about him? Jesus answered, If I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? You must follow me.
耶穌問彼得：你為我死嘅時候，彼得冇講話。
And when Jesus asked Peter to die for him, Peter was silent.
但係真奇怪，
But
當
surprisingly,
彼得忽然間看到約翰嘅時陣，
when Peter turned and he saw John,
伊問耶穌這個門隊：
now he asked Jesus this question,
我對你嘅事
I will die for you.
黑包險，
How about him?
即個咧，
This person.
耶穌講冇呢個大字嘅冇，
And Jesus says, it's none of your business.
也在時陣，
Many times,
咱只係個人比較，
we tend to compare.
跟係伊安尼，跟係我安尼，
Why is he like that and why am I like that?
即係咱常常侍奉做一個真大嘅 mistake。
It's one of the big mistakes that we find whenever we serve the Lord.
上帝好每一個人嘅安排都無相，
Because God has provided each person differently.
因為你嘅 personality 無相，
Because we do not have the same personality with other people.
上帝要對付你，要改變你，
And God want to change you. God want to address your
所以上
issues.
帝有呢個環境嘅別人嘅環境無相，
Your circumstances, your environment are different from other people.
唔可以再個人比較。
That's why we should not compare
中
against.
國人有一句話，
The Chinese has this very
你
nice
講
saying.
人比人比死人啊！
Constantly comparing oneself with others will only result to your own
你
frustration.
做比啊？
How can we compare?
啊，你是全球嘅第一人道嘅。
Are you the most handsome in the whole country?
點解我成日呢30年前，30年前，你好近出嚟，好出嚟，哇靠啊！
30 years ago, I was the most handsome in the whole
30
church.
年前，
30 years ago.
現在咧
How about now?
冇咯嘅，
No longer.
失敗咯，我已經。
I failed in that
冇通過比
category.
啦。
I can no longer compare.
今次
Is that not the case?
How about you？
How about you?
可能你真夠，
Maybe you're so competent.
留一日，
You're so capable.
俾你個舊人嚟咧，
One day, if another more capable
你
person
真夠超
appear,
過，
you're such a good
我一
singer.
個舊俾你超過，個舊嘅
A
咧，
better singer suddenly appear.
你真夠多劍，
You're a good pianist.
我哋 L 真夠多劍，
Like Brother Aaron, he's a very, very good
下
pianist.
擺咧，
Someday,
另外一個人嚟咧，
if another person
你
should
嗰個
appear,
搞
and a better pianist than Brother
冇
Aaron,
可能噃。
is it possible?
Of course，
It is possible.
世界就是安尼嘛。
That's the way in the world.
上帝好每一個人都無相
God created every person differently.
，from Adam
From Adam
到現在，
up to this
世
day,
界羅罪人啊，
how many people were created?
你有注意冇？
Have you paid
冇
attention?
一個人100%神嘅啊！
Not two people are 100% the same.
上帝冇創一個省嘅人出
For
嚟，
God has never created exactly the same person.
你看。
Look at it.
人嘅面
The facial size.
差不多是很多人嘅啊，
It's about the same size.
有人較多淡薄，
Some others are larger,
千超過，
like Reverend
較多
Chun,
淡薄，
a larger face,
差不多安尼。
and about like this
但係
size.
這個範圍嘅裏面，
But you'll not exceed that parameters.
當中是安尼，
All of us are
人嘅目
created
睭，
with two eyes,
這個鼻，
one nose,
這個嘴，
one mouth,
人嘅目尾，
and two eyebrows,
人嘅耳，
two ears.
是唔是安尼？
Isn't that the case?
你對我手有三目睭嘅看咪？
How many of you have three eyes
有三鼻嘅看咪？
or three noses?
冇啦嘛。
None,
但你
right?
奇怪，
Then you'll be surprised.
砰砰砰砰砰，出來就是冇上面
When all
咯。
of these are placed on the face, then the facial expression will be
你
the
試
same.
過咪啊？
Try it.
你做可能啊
How is that
？From
possible?
Adam 到至盡
From Adam up to this,
，How many people？
how many people?
冇
were
一個
created?
人神嘅。
No two people are
生
the
這個
same.
面人嘅，很多
Though
人
we
嘅。
have similar size face.
God's so amazing。
So that's how amazing is our God.
既然是安尼，
If that's the case,
為什麼你要愛及人比較？
why do you need to compare?
冇肯定比啦啦，
You need not compare.
好做你自己
Just do whatever
，Be
you're supposed to do.
yourself。
Be yourself.
上到你運數落罪，
How much talents and gifts God
你好嚟
has
上
given
你
you,
嘅上帝。
use them in serving
別人是
God.
別人嘅代志，
Don't mind other people.
你是你嘅代志。
You mind your own.
你面對上帝嘅時
As we
陣，
face God,
是你本身面對上帝，
you yourself will face God
及伊無
someday.
無神。
It has nothing to do with the other person.
我今嚟講，這個禮拜等是 Glory 這個人報啲。
We want to let you know that the whole church was decorated by our sister Glory.
用3禮拜嘅時間衝，
And with a 3 weeks time,
教會冇好一直交換，
and the church has not paid her any single cent.
而家嘅多謝面，
She even brought her own
咁
refreshment
嗰多點是冇更人食，
and snacks for the co-workers.
兩種嘢出嚟，
And she shouldered all the expenses.
會驚啲咩？
Don't you find this a losing
你
business?
真聰明，
She's so wise.
你真聰明，
She is such an intelligent person.
咱真夠生嘅人真講，
Those of you who tend to count you are so foolish,
叫做幫襯你，
may the Lord help us.
好嚟上你嘅上帝，
As we serve our God,
上到你落罪，
how much God has given you,
你侍奉落罪。
it's the way that you use to
聖
serve
經對
God.
咱只有這個要
The
求。
Bible has only this requirement
First Peter 4:10，
found in 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms.
叫你上到你嘅運數彼此學習。
Serve each other in accordance to the gifts God has given
做
us
上帝好管家，
and be faithful stewards in God's home.
管家只有一個要求，
For there's only a singular requirement to stewards,
良心。
to be faithful.
1 Corinthians 4:2，
1 Corinthians 4:2, now it is required that those who have been given a trust must prove faithful.
叫做幫襯你。
May God help us
當你面對主嘅時陣，
as we stand before God.
你講 Well done, good and faithful servants。
I received this comment from him.
教會
Dear church,
未傾面嘅人比較，
you need not compare with others.
因為比較只有兩個結果，
Because when you compare, it will only result to two results.
唔係自自卑就是驕傲，
Either you have so low self-esteem or you'll be so proud.
比數自卑。
If you are not up to the other person, then you will experience low
比
self-esteem.
也驕傲，
If you think you are better than the other person, then you might be proud.
冇傾面比較，
So we need not compare.
只有上帝好咱嘅恩賜最重視嘅關鍵。
Just be faithful stewards in accordance to the gifts God has given us.
我哋講一個 picture，
Allow me to share with you this
呢
picture.
是我嘅 family picture。
It's the Chung family picture.
即係上請阿 Sir 搬一個 form 好啲，阿 Sir
At this time, may I request the ushers to distribute this form or this booklet.
即係家庭唔係個完全嘅家庭，
Even if this family is not considered a perfect family,
咱會有做咩嘅傾面學習，
and we need to learn many things,
但係即係家庭是個侍奉上帝嘅家庭。
but this is a family that serves God.
我講我係近朝啲之前教會撒狗侍奉27年，
Reverend-
今年是第28年。
Reverend and Mrs. Chung has served CBCP Church for the last 27 years, entering into year 28.
我係細件啦，已經大漢咯，
These 3 children are now young adults.
時代人嘅已經最近，
The older 2 are already in professional
但是啲
employment,
教會冇相關嘅工作。
but yet they have different ministries in the church.
小妹之前讀第二年，
The youngest sister is now on its sophomore year in college,
佢哋 Sunday School 有工作，
and she serves in the Sunday
佢
school
哋教會 mission 嘅 campus ministry 有工作。
and in the campus ministry of the mission committee.
教會
Dear church,
咱冇完全，
though we are not perfect,
但是咱關注侍奉。
but we are willing to serve.
How about you?
How about you?
Your turn.
Now it is your turn.
應該是你起來侍奉嘅時陣，
This is now the time for you to serve.
所以今日我搬一條 form 好你。
Today, as we distribute this booklet,
Your turn.
it says your turn.
When you open it,
你拍開，
你嗱看到裡面有真最款嘅 ministry 白，好你 opportunity，
many ministries provided us with various opportunities.
有 children's church 嘅工作，
兒童嘅事工、
有 life group 嘅工作，
小組嘅事工、
有 music 嘅工作。
聲樂事工、
In the middle，有 creative media 嘅工作，
創造性嘅事工、
有 administrative 嘅
行
support，
政嘅行政嘅事工、
有 ushering and welcoming 嘅工作，
最招待、
有 take 及即嘅 stage manager 嘅工作
大廳技術需要、
，management 嘅工作。
技術管理。
所以後邊後尾一個叫做 response card，
The last page, you'll find a response card.
請你將你嘅名寫落去，
Please fill in your name
寫你 email address 去，
and also indicate your email
你嘅
addresses,
電話。
your telephone.
你嗱參加 life group 或 journey group，
Should you be a member of a life or journey
將
group,
你 leader 嘅名寫落去。
please write down your leader's name.
你嗱寫落去以後，
After you've written down these things,
教會有人甲你 contact，
somebody from the church will get in touch with
會
you
安排你哋你嘅運數裡面好嚟侍奉你嘅上帝。
and will work with you so that you can serve God properly in the gifts and talents.
有兩個
God has
option.
given. There are 2 options.
Option number one，
First one,
你最多到去，
you bring this back
好祈禱看咪，
and pray
好笑
properly.
看咪，
Think about it.
下禮拜
Next
將
Sunday,
這個 response card 多到嚟，
bring back that response card
幫你後邊有一個 box，
and put it inside the box
放
at
喺
the
裡
back,
面。
at the back of this
Or-
sanctuary. Or
見到你已經知啊咯，
now, if you know what ministry you want to get involved
你將
with,
你寫落去。
you can fill it now.
Your turn，
Now it is your turn.
好備辦你嘅心，
As we prepare our
好嚟
hearts
侍奉你嘅上帝。
to serve our God.
教會，
Dear church,
這個是咱嘅 privilege。
this is our privilege.
你唔知啊，什麼時陣這個可能無去。
We do not know when this privilege will be gone.
上帝有咱一日嘅機會，
Every single day, every single opportunity that God
就
has
是一
provided
日嘅機
us
會。
is one opportunity.
好嚟到這個機會，
As we get hold of this
好嚟
opportunity
侍奉你嘅上帝。
to serve God
特
properly,
別咱服侍 伫下年嘅中間，
especially as we foresee in the forthcoming years,
咱見面更加做嘅同工。
as we will need more co-workers.
唔望你是其中一個，
I hope that you'll be one of them
使佢嚟建立上帝嘅國度。
as we build God's kingdom together.
所以我嘅同工話這個叫做 your term，your
That's the reason why co-workers term this as your turn.
term，your
Now it is your turn.
term。Let's pray。
Let's pray. 天父上帝，我滿心感謝你，因為你唔單單創造阮，你也想使阮有這個機會，通佇主你的聖工頂，唔單單經驗主你的同在，看到主你的作為，誠做甲主你的同工佇主你的聖工頂面。阮也感謝你，你互 CVCP 的教會，將兄弟姊妹享受主你無相款百般的恩賜、百般的恩典。恳求你，互阮每一位，誠實有法通照你聖經的教示，佇主你所安排互阮的工位頂，用心去侍奉，互叫阮所侍奉的人，實實在在的看見阮對你遐領受的疼心，有法通看見主你的行為，佇阮每一個信徒的頂面，佇這個黑暗的世界，就請更較濟人來歸向你，互別人看到阮的好行為，便將榮耀歸予佇天頂的爸。阮恭敬主你安尼祈禱，是奉主耶穌的名來求。
Amen。Amen。Thank you, brothers.